Okay, good day. This is attempt number 2 to test GPS state transitions. Currently, I'm going to exit the facility from the back. There's a beacon here, and we can see that the tracker has a double blink indicating that it is in beacon range in the BLE network. Let's go ahead and attempt a zone breach. All right. We can see that the tracker is going to probably, okay, should have a zone alert, and we do indeed. So that's good. Now we're going to transition into GPS mode. We're going to give that some time. We have clear line of sight. These are hot start conditions, so it shouldn't take too long to get a GPS lock. But now the intention is that I'm going to, once we get a GPS lock and get at least one location update, I'm going to go ahead and deny line of sight to the tracker and possibly drive a certain distance. And in this time, I'd like to see some indication that the tracker is no longer communicating with the service. All right, we're still waiting on a GPS lock. These are hot start conditions. Lots of glare right here and under direct sunlight, so it might be difficult to see what's going on the mobile side, but certainly the LED on the tracker is visible. So this is a bit awkward. It's been close to a minute now, which is usually on version 1.2 of the firmware, the timeline when a cold start is accomplished. But let's see what the story is now. We had a smooth transition from outside the BLE field. We got the zone alert, but now we see that the tracker is struggling after already being given a cold start to get a GPS lock. Now, if I'm not mistaken, if the lock doesn't occur within a minute and a half time frame, then the next time it should kick off is in the approximate 6-minute range. All right, so we're already about 3.5 minutes into the test. And I think in the time cycle, the GPS gets reset potentially at the 6th minute. So I believe I'm going to expect at least another 3 minutes of just an ordeal of waiting for the tracker to get a lock. I am not mobile right now in the sense that I'm just holding my pattern. I'm holding still. We have a clear day, clear line of sight. These are reasonably good conditions for GPS to happen. We could see the zone alert occurred 3 minutes ago. So that's a kind of interesting way of keeping track. Again, trying to observe the blink pattern, which currently indicates no GPS, no BLE. We're now pushing close to the 5-minute mark. I'm going to expect at minute 6 for there to be some sort of a reset. As a workaround in the past, I've entered back into the BLE zone, which implicitly resets the GPS, and then re-exit it out to see if we can kickstart GPS lock-in at a minute mark. Okay, so at the 5.5 minute, I think we're getting a lock. Let's just make sure. Okay, so it's at the 5-minute mark. We've got a GPS lock. Now we want to wait for at least one location update, which is slated at a 2-minute interval. So I'm gonna see what happens here. Now the mobile app is showing that there was a location update a minute ago, but that would have not contained any legitimate values for lat long, and that would have put the Suzy tracker, this yellow tracker, within the building. Now let's take a quick look. Let me just try to see if I can get some better shade here in the mobile. So I am in the I am AL, participant AL. Let me see if I can get a better look on the mobile. So that's AL, that's the rear of the building. And where is the Suzy tracker? Now that, so let me see if I can accomplish seeing the, okay, look. So the Suzy tracker is way off. So it is way off. And that's something we've noticed, that if there is not a good connection within the first minute, it seems like whenever a subsequent connection occurs, it's usually way off on the map. So that's not even within acceptable parameters of 10 meters or so. Again, we're looking at least a 200 feet, maybe more distance. So again, that was a location update that occurred a minute ago. That might have been, so we're at 7.5 minutes into this test, and I'm not even at the part where I want to deny line of sight to the tracker as part of this particular test. I want to go ahead and see if I can get another location update come through on the mobile app. Okay, we got another location update, and this second location update we see is much more acceptable. Let me just go into the map and zoom in. Let me just zoom in on this location. Okay, much better. So the first set of lat longs that come in after a approximate 5 to 6 minute reset, it's usually garbage, and then the next location update that occurs at close to the 8th minute mark becomes a little more accurate. So this is correct. SS and AL should certainly be in close proximity, seeing as the tracker and the mobile phone here are really side by side. Now let's go ahead and deny the line of sight and see what happens next.